My dear friends, welcome back to a new episode of our English podcast. I'm really happy to have you here with me today. In this episode, we're going to do something simple but very important. We're going to talk about our day. You will learn how to describe your daily routine in English, what you do in the morning, during the day, and before you sleep. You'll also learn many useful words and expressions that native speakers use all the time. By listening to this episode, you will improve your English and feel more confident when speaking about your life. So, get comfortable. Maybe make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and let's start our beautiful journey together. By morning, I open my eyes slowly. The sunlight touches my face softly through the window. For a few seconds, I stay in bed, just listening to the quiet morning sounds, birds, the wind, maybe a few cars outside. I take a deep breath and smile. A new day has started, and I tell myself, today, I will do my best. I reach for my phone and check the time. It's 7 a.m., not too early, not too late. I get up and go to the bathroom. The cold water wakes me up. I look in the mirror and say, "Good morning." It sounds funny, but I like saying it. It gives me a positive feeling. Then I make my bed. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel organized. I always say, if you make your bed, you already completed your first task of the day. After that, I go to the kitchen. The smell of coffee fills the air, warm and comforting. I prepare my breakfast, a slice of bread with butter, maybe some fruit. While I eat, I like to listen to something in English, a short podcast, a motivational video, or soft music. It helps me start my morning with good energy. Mid-morning after breakfast, I get dressed and prepare to go out. The weather is beautiful, the sky is clear, and the air feels fresh. I walk slowly to the bus stop, enjoying the peaceful streets. The world feels calm, like it's just beginning to wake up. While waiting for the bus, I think about my day. I have many things to do, some big, some small, but I tell myself not to rush. Life is not a race. Sometimes we just need to breathe, to move slowly, and to trust that everything will be okay. The bus arrives. I find a seat near the window and put on my earphones. I listen to soft music and watch the people around me. Some are smiling, some are tired, some are just quiet. Everyone going somewhere, everyone living their own story. I love mornings like this. Simple, quiet, full of small moments that remind me to be thankful. At work or study place, when I arrive at work, I greet my colleagues with a smile. "Good morning. How are you today?" Simple words, but they create good energy. I sit at my desk, open my laptop, and start my tasks for the day. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not, but I always try to do my best. During the morning, I drink another cup of coffee. I like that small break. It gives me time to think, to breathe, to reset my mind. I often write a small note on a piece of paper. "Stay calm. You're doing great." It helps me stay positive even when things get stressful. Lunchtime. At lunchtime, I go outside for a short walk. I love feeling the fresh air on my face. Sometimes I eat in a small cafe near my office. Just something light, like salad or soup. Other times, I bring my own lunch from home. While I eat, I like to watch people around me. Couples talking, friends laughing, workers rushing back to their jobs. It reminds me that we're all living different lives, but we all share the same world, the same sky. After lunch, I usually feel more relaxed. I listen to a short English podcast or read a few pages of a book. I believe that every small moment can be a chance to learn. Afternoon. In the afternoon, I continue my work. Sometimes I feel tired, so I stand up, stretch my body, and drink some water. A small break makes a big difference. I remind myself to stay kind to others and to myself. Not every day is perfect, but that's okay. We're all learning, growing, and doing our best. When I finish my work, I feel happy and proud. I say to myself, you did it. You showed up. You tried. And that's what really matters. Evening. When I come back home, the first thing I do is change my clothes and wash my hands. Then I prepare a light dinner, maybe rice, vegetables, or soup. I like to cook while listening to relaxing music. After dinner, I sometimes watch an English movie or read something easy in English. It's my favorite way to learn. Relaxed, natural, without pressure. Later, I write a few lines in my journal. What did I do today? How did I feel? What am I thankful for? Writing about my day helps me understand myself better. It helps me grow. Night. Before going to bed, I take a moment to think about my day. Not about what went wrong, but about what went right. Even small things. A smile, a kind word, a good coffee, they all matter. I turn off the lights, close my eyes, and whisper, "Thank you for today." And that's how I end my day, content with peace, gratitude, and a small hope for tomorrow. A small morning thought. Every morning, when I drink my coffee, I try to take a few minutes to think about my goals. Sometimes I just look out the window and talk to myself in English. I say things like, I want to be better today. I want to speak English more confidently. I will not give up. These small sentences are powerful. They make me feel stronger. And every time I repeat them, I feel like I'm building a better version of myself. It's a simple morning habit, just 5 minutes, but it changes the whole mood of my day. On the way to work. When I leave home, I usually listen to English while I walk. Sometimes it's a podcast like this one. Sometimes it's music with subtitles. I listen carefully to the pronunciation, the rhythm, and the emotion in the voice. As I walk, I notice the little things around me. The baker opening his shop. A child holding her mother's hand. A man watering the flowers in front of his door. These small scenes remind me that every person has their own story. The bus arrives and I sit next to the window. The city moves slowly outside. People rush to work, cars honk, birds fly over the trees. And I think this is life. Busy, loud, beautiful, imperfect. I sometimes repeat English sentences in my mind while looking out the window like, I'm on my way to work. The city is waking up. I feel calm and ready. These sentences help me connect language to life. At work. When I arrive, I always start with a smile. Even if I'm tired, I try to be kind. Kindness is free, but it makes the whole day lighter. I open my laptop, write my to-do list, and start slowly. I don't like to rush. I prefer to focus on one thing at a time. Sometimes during work, I listen to calm background music, soft piano, or gentle guitar sounds. It helps me stay focused. When something feels difficult, I take a deep breath and remind myself, you can do it. During short breaks, I like to write one English sentence about how I feel. For example, I feel a little tired but proud of my progress. I'm learning new things every day. It's a small but beautiful way to mix English with your emotions. Learning moments. At work, we often forget how much we are learning. Not just about our jobs, but about patience, people, and ourselves. Every challenge teaches us something new. When someone is rude, we learn patience. When something goes wrong, we learn problem solving. When we help someone, we learn kindness. Every situation is a small English lesson too. If I drop something, I say, oh no, I dropped it. If I finish a task, I say, I'm done with it. If I'm waiting for something, I say, I'm waiting for the email. Simple daily English. Connected to real life? That's how language grows naturally. Afternoon, when my work slows down, I often look outside the window. The light is softer and the day feels calm. I think about what went well so far. Maybe I did something small, but it still matters. I take a sip of water and stretch my arms. My mind feels a little tired, but my heart feels peaceful. It's a nice balance. Sometimes I think about how fast time moves. Morning becomes afternoon, and soon it will be evening. So I try to enjoy each moment before it passes. I often whisper to myself, stay present, enjoy this moment, because I've learned that happiness is not in the future. It's right here, in the small now. After work, walking home. When I leave work, I like to walk home if the weather is nice. The air feels fresh, and I love watching the sunset. The sky changes colors, orange, pink, and gold, and everything looks magical for a few minutes. I usually remove my earphones and just listen to the city sounds. Children laughing, birds singing, people talking, cars passing as it feels alive. Sometimes I smile for no reason, just because the world feels peaceful at that moment. While walking, I like to repeat some English thoughts in my mind. It was a good day. I learned something new. I'm thankful for today. It's like a small meditation, but in English. Evening routine. When I get home, I take a shower. The warm water helps me relax. I feel the stress leaving my body. Then I put on comfortable clothes, light a candle, and prepare something to eat. Sometimes I eat while watching a video in English. Sometimes I just eat in silence. It depends on how I feel. But one thing I always do, I try to enjoy the moment. After dinner, I spend some time doing what I love. Reading, writing, or learning something new. Even 20 minutes of English reading helps me a lot. It doesn't have to be perfect, just consistent. So before bed, before I sleep, I open my small notebook. It's my English gratitude journal. Every night, I write 3 sentences in English about my day. 1, something I did. 2, something I learned. 3, something I'm thankful for. For example, I worked hard today. I learned a new word. Patience. I'm thankful for the people who made me smile. This simple habit changed my life. It made me love learning English and love my own life more deeply. Then I close my eyes and whisper, good night. The day ends softly, like a gentle song fading in the dark. My dear listeners, your day doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Even small, quiet days can teach you something amazing. Try to talk about your day in English, even if it's just a few sentences. The more you speak, the more confident you'll become. And one day, you'll realize that you can express your whole life in English, naturally, beautifully, and honestly. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who loves learning English like you